Hey, welcome back into another video where today I'm going to be sharing with you my 10 top tips to help you to stay motivated to work out from home. Here in Europe, we are facing another lockdown. The gyms have closed. I want to help motivate people to work out from home because it can be done and it really helps to save on time. We just need that little bit of motivation and some strategy to put in place for you to be able to be consistent with it. So let's get into the video, and if you are new here, make sure that you subscribe, and if you enjoy this content, hit on the like button because it really does help me out. So let's get into it. Okay, so tip number one is going to be set some goals around it. There is tons and tons of research been done over the years in business settings that we know that goals and setting goals that are measurable and that can be a little bit of a push goal can help you succeed in business. And there's more research starting to show up now that it also translates over into health, wellness and nutrition. So it's just going to help to benefit you if you set out some goals. I'm not going to go deep into goal setting because I have got tons and tons of videos on this. It's what I base my life planner around. It's something that's massively transformed my life. So if you want to check out some more on goal setting, I'm going to put the video up here and you can check that out. But setting some targets for yourself is going to help to keep you motivated, and it's going to help to keep you inspired to getting up and to getting your workouts in. My second tip is to get to know yourself. And what do I mean by that? I mean just allowing yourself to stop and ask the question of, what is it that I'm like? What is my personality like? What are the things that make me tick? What are the things that make me fall completely off track? Like, if you know that you're the type of person that really thrives when you have a schedule, when you have something to stick to, if you know that you're the person that really needs that extra little bit of accountability, what is it that helps you to stay online with goals? And think about across other areas of your life, maybe within your career, the things that you are really good at and that you thrive on. How can you pull those things, your strengths, across into maintaining your motivation to work out at home? The reason I asked you to do this is that I think that we fail to often just stop and check in with ourselves, because when we do that, we realize that we've got so many of the answers already within us. So think about the type of workouts that you enjoy doing. Think about the things that you really don't enjoy doing, because if you want to be more consistent with this, if you can find some enjoyment or at least hate it a little bit less along the way, then you are going to be far more consistent in being able to stick with this, and will motivate you to go and do it if you actually enjoying the thing that you're going to do. So take a moment, list out what are the things that are your strengths, what are the things that you know are going to take you off track, and what are the type of workouts that you enjoy to do the most. Tip number 3 is timing is everything. Or is it? I'm not sure. So there's lots of research out there and it's pretty conflicting. So there are some studies that say you are far better to work out in the morning because you tap into your fat loss capabilities. The body's more primed to burn fat as we don't have as much storage in because we've just had the whole night fasted, and that we can then effectively burn more fat. However, some studies say that because you're not replenished or refueled, that you can't push as hard, and actually we get better strength gains and muscle increases when we work out in the evening. However, I will always say the best time of day for you to work out is going to be the one that fits in for you. I know for me personally, if I don't get my workout in before midday, it's probably not going to happen unless I'm being really, really focused and I can push myself to do it. But I know that my afternoon workouts always feel a little bit more tired, a little bit more laboured. There's a lot more effort that needs to go into it. So think about the optimal time for you when you have more willpower. If you really struggle with the mornings, then you might do better in an afternoon. What is it that's going to work for you? And if you're currently working from home, maybe you can have that little bit of flexibility. Maybe you can throw in a workout in the middle of the day. So figure out the time of day that's going to be most optimal for you. When are you more likely to do it? When you've decided that, we're going to move on to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is to create a schedule. If you don't already have my planner, go and get a copy. I'm going to put the link down below, and in there is a weekly template, and it'll time block out your entire week. Then you can then go and write in the time of day, which day, and also what workout you're going to be doing. Set it in there as though it's an important meeting with yourself, because you are worthy of prioritizing your health. Never has there been a more important time to make this a priority, because working out is not just about your physical health, it's about your mental health too, and being fit and healthy massively helps you to be more resilient in other areas of your life. So think about prioritizing that element as well. And so you're going to write it in your schedule, you're going to plan it out so you know that you're going to do these set sessions across the week. And of course, we've got to have this level of flexibility. Some things are going to come up and it might not always go as planned. You can then move it and change it as you go along, but really try and set in through the week ahead with having this intention of, this is when I'm going to work out on this day, I'm going to do it at this time, and this is the session that I'm going to be doing, because we don't want to leave it to chance. Don't just be like, get up, oh, I'm going to find a workout now, I'm going to look through YouTube and search around. Pick out which one workout you're going to do in advance so that you know what you're doing, you're ready, you're set, prepared, and it's one less thing that you have to think about on the day. Tip number 5 is to track your progress and build in a reward system. So this kind of goes in with the goal setting. So when we set ourselves a goal, it wants to be measurable. It wants to be something that we can clearly define. So if it's within relation to health and fitness, it could be how many workouts you're going to do. It could be how many rep max can you do. So like how many push-ups or how many burpees can you do in a minute, tracking that measure of your fitness. A common one, of course, is to measure your body weight, and of course, better sometimes when we're working out to do your body measurements. Or maybe you just want to just measure on the size of your clothes, you want to drop a dress size. Maybe you would take pictures of yourself. Think about the measurement that's going to motivate you the most, and then track it over your weeks. This is really great for people who are quite competitive, to tap into that competitive side. But again, don't use this as a demotivator. If you see that those measurements aren't going quite as fast as what you want, we've got to be in this for the long haul. So think about the type of thing that is likely to motivate you, and then create a reward system, but do not use food as your reward. I've had a client recently, she wanted to use her inch loss. So every time she would measure herself and she'd write down her inches and a total loss of inches, she would then cut out a piece of string for that total measurement. She would then put it into a jar, and once she got to her target inch loss, she was going to reward herself with having an absolutely banging new dress. So think about what is going to motivate you, whether it's more time off or you're going to buy yourself something nice. Just try not to have it as a food-related reward. Tip number 6 is music is going to bring your vibe. Like, we've all had that connection when a song comes on and your hair stands on end and you just feel this energy within you. Well, there's science to back that up. Some of the research has shown that not only can having motivating music increase your performance, it can also reduce your perceived exertion. It felt like it was easier for you to do. I absolutely love having some banging trance, old school trance classics. I absolutely love it. It reminds me of my younger years when I was out clubbing. Put those on and I freaking go for it in session. Likewise, I love listening to like piano or classical music when I'm doing like mobility and stretch work to remind myself to relax and let go. So think about the type of session that you're going to be doing, and maybe you want to create a playlist. Spotify is great for this. I absolutely love using Spotify. And create the songs that fire you up, that help you to feel motivated, inspired. Spotify is great because it has some great workout playlists, and like I say, there's some absolutely amazing old school trance ones on there if that is also your bag. So have that music playlist ready, save them, and then even if you get up on a day when you're like, oh, do you know what, I really can't be bothered today, and you're thinking about putting it off, just go and put the playlist on and then see how you feel, because I bet 9 times out of 10 you were like, oh, come on then, let's just go, because that's the power that music has to boost your motivation, get your vibe going and get into that workout. Tip number 7 is to create a designated workout space. Now, we are in the middle of a pandemic. We're going back into lockdown. We're advised not to be seeing people. Chances are, if you have got a spare bedroom in your house that is usually a guest room, you're probably not going to have anyone coming to stay for a little while. So could you turn that into a workout space? Now, you don't need much equipment to get started. If you've just got a mat and maybe you want to set up a TV, if you've got a spare TV or your laptop, whatever it is that you just have this designated space. So it's when you come to do your workout, again, you've just got it there, it's ready, it's set up, it's good to go. You just have to walk in the room and then actually do the work. And, you know, if you can build a consistency with this, I love home workouts so much because they save so much time and you don't need anything. I actually now have, incredibly grateful, I have a home gym, so I have it all kitted out. I can't bring myself to go to a normal gym anymore because it's just so convenient. I can get up, I can go and do a workout in my pajamas should I so take my fancy. So I know that if you can find your little bit of rhythm with this, it really helps you to remove that excuse of not having enough time as a barrier to work out. So create that space, make it nice if you've got it available. If not, just have your mat rolled up in your living room next to your TV. Maybe you could build up some home workout equipment. I kind of think that the home workout equipment might be a completely different video because there's some great tools that don't take up much space. So just things like resistance bands, dumbbells, TRX. It doesn't have to get fancy, but don't use equipment as a barrier to get started. You literally just need a mat and a space the size of your mat. It's as simple as that. Number 8 is to manage your mindset, because this is something that I've heard a lot. Like people say, I just don't like home workouts. They're just not me. Or I just don't like to, I'm just not a person who works out. Mindset is everything. The words that you speak, the thoughts that you think, they become your reality. So if you're saying, I just don't like working out, it's just not for me, home workouts are not for me, I can't motivate myself, that is exactly what you are going to experience. You have to start talking differently. You have to change the way that you talk to yourself in your mind. So you could just start saying, I'm now the person that's committed to doing a home workout routine. I'm committed to getting my workouts done no matter what. And this is really about creating a shift in your identity, the person that you identify as being. So again, with one of my recent clients, we've been talking about this. She's like, I still can't believe I'm getting up early in the morning and going and working out. It's because she's shifted her identity to being that person who gets up and goes and works out. Decide that that's who the person that you are now choosing to be. You are just the person who chooses to love home workouts. And there's that very, very overused famous quote by Henry Ford that says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because it's all about what you think and what you tell yourself. That will become your reality. Tip number 9, super simple one. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Again, we're trying to get, we have these areas of resistance that come up. If you are dressed for the occasion, it's one less path of resistance. And you'd be like, I'm dressed for it. May as well just do it. Or if you're like me, you might just stay in your gym wear the entire day, but that's by the by. Having your workout stuff laid out the night before, so when you get up in the morning, you're going to put it on. It's just one step closer to getting that workout done. Now, my 10th and final tip is to get yourself accountable. Accountability is such a huge component of you being able to stick in line with your goals. So maybe you want to join an online community, find out where people are hanging out who do health and fitness. There are tons of online groups. You can come and join my online group, the free group, the Get It Girl community. Again, I'm going to pop the link down below if you want to come and join in that. Or get yourself an accountability partner. Do you have a girlfriend who's like, she's on it, she's on with her workouts? Could you be accountability partners with that person? Use somebody who is like-minded, who's positive, who is a little bit of a goal-getter, and he's not just going to let you off the hook, because there's something incredibly powerful about when you text your friend and you're like, have you done your workout yet? You can get it done. Say, you boost each other, you push each other. and you get within it together. And of course, if you want to take that accountability to another level, maybe consider signing up to a program. Of course, I'm going to give my own program a mention here. In the Amazing Shine Squad, this is what we do. We hold you accountable. We give you workouts. We give you the nutrition. We also give you the mindset and help you to stay online with your goals that you set out for yourself. It's a huge, huge part of the success that our members in the Shine Squad achieve. So there you have it. My 10 top tips to help you to stay more motivated to work out at home. I'm also going to link down below some of my favorite workout channels. Of course, you've got my channel here, which I've been uploading some new workouts, and I've got some more coming. So if you're not already, make sure that you are subscribed so that you don't miss any when they get uploaded, and hit on to the notification bell to get that notification as soon as they come out. I really hope that this has been useful, and I'd love to know if you'd let me know in the comments, are you that person who struggles a little bit? Maybe you've got another challenge that I haven't mentioned. Let me know in the comments and I will come back and answer them, and if I can give any more help or suggestions to help you get your motivation mojo on to survive through this lockdown and way beyond. I would love to know your thoughts on this topic and if this was helpful for you.